Okay, hey, this is Chris. I'm with Austin Beer Guide, and Brian Peters of the Texas Craft Brewers Guild, also ringleader of the Texas Craft Brewers Festival. We're here to talk about that festival that I just mentioned, the Texas Craft Brewers Festival. So tell me about it, the Texas Craft Brewers Festival.
Well, the festival started back in the 90s, but the latest incarnation of it we brought back last year. And it's a festival that highlights just Texas beer only, Texas independent breweries only, craft beer, basically. And if you haven't been paying attention, there's been this big craft boom in Texas lately, especially in Austin, of a lot of local, production breweries. And what we're going to do is assemble all those breweries in one spot and have them bring basically some of the most unique beers they make into one location to highlight those beers for you to try.
So it's just Texas?
Yeah, we do only Texas, and it's going to be all draft beer, so it'll be, we're trying to also not have a lot of cans and bottles, so we do draft beer, special seasonals, one-offs, releases, things that you can't necessarily get at the grocery store. We'll have a couple of releases that day from some Texas breweries, so beers that have never been seen before will be there.
So if you had to guess, what would you say would be the percentage of new-to-you beers or hard-to-find beers versus stuff you could get just at a bar regularly?
I think it's a little over 50% will be something that you probably haven't seen before. It'll either be a seasonal that you may have had before or a release or a one-off, which I kind of pushed the brewers to see if they could bring something exciting to the festival, and I think they did respond really well. I did want to mention we got 28 breweries this year. Last year we had 18, so I think the variety alone is going to be a lot better. Just things breweries that you've heard of but maybe haven't had a chance to try.
Yeah, we were saying earlier. We've been conversing before this. There's a good amount of breweries coming up from North Texas this year, and yeah. Other area, like the majority is not just in the Austin growth, but it's breweries outside of Austin that maybe you couldn't really get them if you lived here. You'd have to travel or whatnot, or have a buddy that would send it to you.
Yeah, exactly. And there's what I see happening is that Dallas is growing like Austin's. Austin started it a couple years ago, and Dallas is definitely right on our heels in terms of, and Houston also.
But they're not going to catch us.
Yeah, but we're a little bit ahead still. So I'd say of those 10 new breweries from that we have this year, I'd say 4 are from out of the Austin area, and about 6 are local breweries. So the majority will still be in the Austin area, but we'll also see new ones like Deep Ellum and Lakewood and Revolver, all from the Dallas area. And
Wicked Beaver from Lubbock.
Wicked Beaver from Lubbock, and I can't think of anybody from Houston right now. So those guys need to send more new breweries.
You hear that, Houston? If they're not watching,
yeah.
They don't care.
Pay attention.
Yeah, so I guess last year was a really great event. Us and our readers all voted Texas Craft Brewers Fest the best beer event of 2011. What can people look forward to this year? That's maybe that came last year and really enjoyed it. What would you say you're excited about did this year that's different?
Well, the good news is we have a good basis for building off of, because last year was so good and the response was so good. So we're not going to do too much tweaking. We added an educational seminar and another food pairing to the food pairing seminars. So there's some additional things you can buy. One is the educational pairing or seminar is where we're going to have a panel to discuss the craft brewing industry, I think, with Christine Sellis and a few other celebrity brewers. Then we're doing a food pairing, a chocolate pairing, and a cheese pairing. So all of those are fun, with brewers bringing special beers that they selected just for those food items.
Yeah, I think I attended the cheese pairing last year. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It adds it's in part of the Fiesta Gardens where it's air conditioned, so you get a little break if you need a little break.
You can sit down. It's a change of pace. But there's and there I think you were saying there are going to be different beers at these seminars that you're not going to be able to get out in the what's the word I'm looking for, in the battlefield of the general festival.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I've got to find out about that. So I'm not sure exactly.
Stay tuned.
I'm not sure how that's going to work per se. But let's just say that we're taking, we had 18 beer booths last year, and a nice sized crowd. We're adding 10 more breweries. We're going to have 28 beer booths. We feel like we've got more volunteers than ever, so the lines won't be too long. The weather looks like it's going to be great this year. The weather's already been great this year. And we basically didn't want to mess with it too much because we felt like it was a successful formula.
Yeah.
But we just kind of added a little more with the educational and the chocolate seminars or pairings, and then also more breweries. Can't beat that.
So I guess, beer festivals have become pretty popular recently. What would you say really sets apart the Texas Craft Brewers Festival? Why should someone spend their money there and spend their Saturday there?
First off, I would say we're a 100% nonprofit organization that basically all the proceeds go to nonprofits, and I think that alone can't be said by any of the festivals that you'll go to. I feel like that's important because people feel like they're getting ripped off, and what we try to do is provide a decent value with a lot of good beer selection and give all the money to nonprofit. And if you feel like there's just somebody that's trying to rip you off at a beer festival, that's not how we run. We run where we're run basically as brewers, trying to provide for you the best brewing experience or beer experience you can at a beer festival. And I don't think you're going to see that at most festivals, but you'll definitely have it at the Texas Craft Brewers Festival.
Best bang for your buck, would you say?
Yeah, decent value for sure. People complain about everything, but it's like, I'm not going to give away the beer, but for 4-ounce samples, they're $1.50. That's a decent price, and the selection is second to none.
So,
wait till you see the selection.
And there's 2 pricing tiers, right? There's a VIP and then general admission.
Yeah, so general admission is from 2 to 8, and that is $20 if you buy ahead of time, $25 if you buy the day of. And then the VIP is $65, and it's only available online right now if you want to get it. And we're selling 200 of those tickets, and that's kind of a small noon to 2 where you're able to talk to brewers in we're having basically a meet and greet where you can come in and talk to the brewers of all the different beers that are there. You'll have no lines, first access, all the stuff you're looking for. So, you can, and as a VIP, you can stick around, of course, and go sit in the air conditioning.
Yeah, of course.
So you basically get the whole day, but you get the early access. Plus, we throw in a shirt, a glass, really cool, what is called a scout book with all the beers listed and tasting notes. It's going to be pretty cool. I think it's a pretty good bargain. Gives you,
even for the general admission, $20, $25. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, well, and
especially I think considering the amount of beers you're going to be able to find there that you can't just go to a bar and get on a regular basis.
That's what I'm hoping. You've sold me. I'll buy a ticket in a second.
Come on. So it's October 6th.
October
Saturday.
6th, yep.
Fiesta Gardens. That's out on the east side. Is there a website? Where should people go to get more information?
Yeah, TexasCraftBrewersFestival.org. It's a pretty short URL. We also have a Facebook site. I'm not sure how to get there. Texas Craft Beer.
Facebook.com.
At Facebook.com.
The good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, and I hope if anybody came last year, you know what it's like. Bring friends. Tell them about it. And if you haven't come, you're missing out. It's a great festival.
Cool. Well, thanks, Brian. We're looking forward to it. It's our favorite thing last year, and
thanks, Chris.
Hopefully, we'll be this year too.
Thanks.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, come out.